Question 3, Dave Thompson.
To ask the Scottish Executive whether the Strategic Transport Projects Review is the only means by which it will progress transport development.
Stuart Stevenson.
I have set out the 29 strategic transport investment priorities for the next 20 years. This will inform our decisions about future spending beyond the current programme. The STPR has identified those projects which should be owned and promoted by the Government, and been clear where other delivery partners, such as local authorities and regional transport partnerships, are best placed to lead. Thanks to the historic concordat between the Scottish Government and local authorities across the whole range of services, local authorities now have far more space to get on with the job of delivery. They have the ability and the responsibility to focus efforts and resources on local priorities and local needs within the overall purpose of delivering the national outcomes and purpose.
Bill Kidd. Dave Thompson, I beg your pardon.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank you to the Minister for his answer. Will the Minister give an assurance that he will work with Highland Council, Highlands and Islands Enterprise, British Waterways, Historic Scotland and Hightrans to progress the western section of the Trunk Link route Inverness bypass, and especially give assurance to Lib Dem-led Highland Council, which, despite allocating £119.25 million over the next 6 years in its capital programme to this project, is misleading the public by claiming it cannot go ahead?
Minister.
I, of course, will work with all the interested bodies, and like the member, I too have noted that substantial financial provision has been made by the Council. We have, of course, already assisted by taking responsibility for the A9 to A96 part of the network, and that will be of very considerable assistance. In particular, we will work as the responsible Minister for the British Waterways Board and, of course, with Hightrans. It would appear that the only remaining risk could be if the Liberals locally decide that they will unilaterally start to implement the £800 million cuts that the Liberals wish to make each year in our infrastructure budget.
Jamie Stone.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. The A9 north of Inverness exercised my attention. Obviously, it was disappointing that the recent announcement did not include significant investment on that stretch of road. Will the Minister please agree to meet with the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority and indeed the EC representatives to establish what other additional funds may be available to bring forward some of the much cherished projects such as improvements on the A9 at Berriedale?
Minister.
The member may take it that I will be happy, of course, to sit down and discuss with major stakeholders like the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority. I know how important their activity is to the economy of the A9 area north of Inverness. As some other information I have put out makes clear, we are not simply supporting trunk roads, but other roads, and we will continue to work with appropriate bodies on development of proposals out with the STPR. I am happy to give that assurance.